Here's part three of a series I'm doing where I'm sharing career advice for students. Okay, underrated career advice alert, and that is go to your professor's office hours. Trust me, I wish I did this more in college. Beyond just needing support with the coursework or a research paper you're working on, professors can really be your ticket to other opportunities beyond the classroom, such as internships, research opportunities, or if you're a senior, maybe something beyond college. It's a networking strategy. So if your professors know who you are and you have a regular cadence with them when you're meeting with them, that could potentially open up the window to opportunities you didn't even know existed in your line of work or otherwise. And don't forget, it's okay to go to your professor's office hours if you don't necessarily have an agenda and you just want to introduce yourself to them. By doing this, you're standing out in a great way and you're making yourself memorable to someone who has the keys to potentially endless amounts of career and internship opportunities. I label this as underrated career advice because, rightfully so, we tend to think that professors their only job is to show up, teach the material. I write a paper, I do a presentation, I work on a research paper, they grade me, and then that's it. But professors have vast networks of folks in their line of work, maybe beyond their line of work, in many different industries. They're a wealth of knowledge. They know so much about their field. And for you as the student to not take advantage of that, I think would be a missed opportunity. Something else I would recommend considering is seeing if you can co-author or do some research alongside your professor, maybe as a research assistant. That way you can work on getting published. And, that gives you some credibility, which I was referencing in my prior video. It helps build your reputation in the field. It helps get you published so that people start knowing your name. You never really know what opportunities a professor has for their students until you just make that effort to show up at their office hours, after class, but really specifically the office hours. One last thing I'll say is, going to office hours and building that rapport with your professor could lead to the letter of recommendation that you really, really need for a specific job or internship. And while I'm on the topic of letters of rec, I'll just say letters of recommendation, when you're asking your professors, that request should come as a result of rapport that you've built over time with them. It doesn't come across great and it doesn't translate well if you ask your professor for a letter of rec and that's the only interaction you've had with them all year. So make sure you always are building that rapport with your professors. They could have the career guidance that you've been looking for.